What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Night Studios, and I am starting a new series, I hope, on medieval engineers. Now this is a new game that's built by Keen Software House, the same people behind Space Engineers, go figure. But obviously it's set in the medieval world, which is very interesting and very different than what I was expecting. But very cool at the same time. So, it's still an alpha. Actually, it's like just... it's not actually on the workshop yet, I don't think. Or not workshop, on Steam Store. I believe... You'll have to check in the description. I might put that in there, but I think it's the 12th, maybe? That it actually goes live on the store. I'm not sure. And there should be a link in the description for all that kind of crap. But yeah, so let's jump in. So we've got kind of the same basic mechanics of Space Engineers. They're using the V-Rage, the same engine, which is smart. So you've got your, your jump, your sprint, all that stuff. We do have a flying mode because at the moment all that's available is creative. And I use the quick house or starter house or whatever the main first world is. Excuse me. So there's a few things that have transferred over. For example, the hot bar and like being able to set up more quick bars and all that. Like I said, it's on the same engine. You do have a terrain editor in this one. I don't know how it works. I never really played around with it much in Space Engineers, but you can see that little bubble right there. This guy. And it lets you add terrain or material. And so you can pick what material you want, I believe, by... Oh, wait, no, that paints it. Oh, you can paint onto things. That's very interesting. So if I hit Shift-P... No? No? Okay. Shift... I don't know. I don't know how to get this. So there's... I don't know, and I think it's right-click to remove? Yes. So we can remove this. And I think holding Shift snaps it to the grid instead of freehanding. I'm pretty sure. I'm making a mess here. Tends to happen. That's why we can't have nice things. We made like a crater going on. Okay, I'm done with that. That's not my cup of tea. I'm gonna break something. Okay. So there's stuff like that that has were late features in Space Engineers, but that showed up early in the medieval one. But it's got a lot more building detail that I hope comes to Space Engineers eventually. So you've got like, your typical blocks. We've got, let's see what we have here. We have a stone block, I think is what that's called. Yeah, stone block cube. Corner. Same kind of shape designs apply here. This is interesting, though. There's actually a stair. Let's get rid of that. Let's fly a second. There's actually a stair one on top of there being a normal flat ramp, which is cool. We have a slab type block. Stone wall. Don't stonewall me. Wall with a window type thing. And one with a bigger window or doorway. That's a doorway, I think. Stonewall door, yeah. Now, one thing that you might notice right off the bat... Never mind. I take that back. Hold on, let me try something here. No. Okay, it's not doing it. I had read that there will be a way to kind of combine things. For example, like this wall, or there might be another block, I'm not sure, but to be able to do stairs with walls on the edges and have them be in the same block space. But I don't know if that's implemented yet or if I'm using the wrong blocks, either of which is likely. There's also this, which is really, really cool. Now, what I just did there was I grabbed this medium projectile thrower, and this one's a large one. So it's essentially like a cannonball. At the moment, I don't think they have some of this stuff implemented, like to actually make a catapult and things like that. But what's interesting is, as opposed to the damage system of Space Engineers, this one has like a structural integrity kind of thing where when you throw it, things crumble and they don't like break apart and stay in the same block and get all deformed. They actually like really break and chunks will come off, which I think is amazing. It kind of makes me... I just thought of something we should do in this series. We should make huge builds, save them, and when we're actually done with the build, kind of like how I started my Space Engineers series, is making builds and crazy stuff. But when we're done building them, we should save it, make a copy, and then the last episode for that build should be us just throwing these projectiles at it like crazy and trying to break it and see how it falls apart. I think that would be fun. So yeah, it's very different in the destruction aspect. But there's actually a lot more blocks than I was expecting. I don't know what these plus signs mean. And just to be clear, I'm not one of those that has been in on the behind the scenes of all this and read a bunch of articles, so I know about as much as probably you guys do. So if I do things that are derpy or you guys know more, then feel free to chime in and let me know what I'm doing. So we got an archway. I want to just play around with some of these blocks. I don't know if I'll be doing a lot of building this episode of like an actual structure. I just kind of want to mess around with the blocks and get a feel for the game. One thing that I'm already missing is the cube from Space Engineers that told us how things rotate. There's rotation hints, but it's like you can rotate things a certain way. It just kind of tells you. It doesn't really give you the cube. Side note, this music is giving me very much of a Walking Dead vibe, by the way. That it sounds very, very Walking Dead-ish. And I don't know what some of these are. Stone battlement. Oh, I think these mean that they're centered or aligned to a side, maybe? Since this says centered inside. Be a decent bet. So we have like corner blocks for making towers. I gotta get out of the way first. There we go. So you could make like a tower wall or something. We've got these, which could serve as hollowed out walls, or we were seeing them in the, for any of you that watched the early release demo when it was first announced. Oh no, that would not work. Ah! Don't mind me. I just work here. It would actually have to... So this is the inverse of that other block. It's the other way. But we were seeing them used a lot as archways. So like for this... Ooh, frames. And I'm still playing around with the settings. Can I not flip them? Maybe there's another block for that. Some of this is still not implemented, if that makes sense, as far as, like, it looks like being able to flip objects horizontally isn't necessarily there at the moment. I think it's just rotation. So that's something that I'm sure will change eventually. And it also... I can't tell if I'm doing something wrong or if the doorways are not functional yet. Okay. No? No? I'm stuck. I'm getting stuck. So... I don't think the doorways work yet. I could be very wrong. Or I'm just doing something wrong. But I can't even get out. Thank you. That was weird. Alright, let's try something else. Let's try something else. Oh, this is the block I was looking for. Since they haven't actually implemented a rotate vertically mode. These were the ones I was talking about that are used as archways. Which is pretty cool. We've got a spiral staircase. Or, actually that's a square staircase. It looks like. Can I build off of that? Or do I need... This might have been where you use the wall. That it could go in the same block. Maybe not. Again, some of those features may or may not be in... Oh, there we go. It just did it a second ago. How did it do that? Like that. Where it's allowed to be in the same space as a stair, kind of thing. Ooh, that was funky. So, again, keep that in mind, that this, it's not really even out yet. And I don't know when this video will be going up, so if it's past the 12th, if that is, in fact, the right date, then it may be up. But if not, you know, just keep that in mind, that this is very, very early access at the moment. Yeah, I don't think the doors work. The only other thing I could try for the doors... Wow, we got some epic music going on here. I might have to turn that down a little bit, I'm not sure yet. Can we do... Okay, the control and the shift commands are still there. That's good. Oh, come on, frames, come back. The frames are very weird at the moment. So if we put it on a flat surface, can we walk through it? Yes, okay, so it's probably because I was putting it on a terrain. Goodness. Wow. I like the music, but it's so loud. Okay. That's better. So, let's try this one again. No, see, that doesn't like that. Nope. Nope. It doesn't like that. This one works, if it's on a flat surface. No. It does not like doors. Okay, so doors are not really that working at the moment. Oh, these would work for what I was trying to do over here earlier. Like so. That's cool. Okay, what else do we have to work with? Stone wall, round window... Arch, block-in door, stone spiral staircase, platform round, stone platform, battlements. Let's play around with those two. I want to see. And then, of course, we have these, that it's more like what we see over here. It's like a house, which we'll work with that in a second. Now, these blocks that are like rope drum, wheels, all that kind of stuff, I've read in the changelogs that they are not functional at the moment. I hope I'm right in saying that. Because something about it said adding later was things like wheels and windmills and functional things. So they're here, I believe, but I don't know how functional they actually are. So let's see. Okay, so this one is centered. So if we were to rotate it... Yeah, okay, so that one's centered, and then this one is aligned to a side. Interesting. Okay. And let's see, how does this work? So this is a platform. Can we put one right there? Why does it want to go under? See, this is kind of what I was talking about, that if you could use insert and delete and like rotate things, but it's not to that point yet. Okay, so you could do that. Alright, so that's different. Oh, that's interesting. Whoops. So this actually lets some things go into other blocks. I thought it was just stairs and stuff, but as... Ooh, that could make for some interesting designs. And walkways and stuff. Like if you were to remove this stuff. Huh. Now, ain't that cozy. So you could put like that. Interesting. Very interesting. Ah, blow my nose at you! I couldn't resist. We should build a castle just so we can yell jabs like that at other creatures or whatever might be out in the woods. So, as you can see, this is the first like the default thing in the world before I started making a mess of things. So you can see that you can actually build some really cool stuff with the system they have in place of these walls, windows, doors. Oops. And that wood wall slope, wood wall top. One thing that I'm seeing is at the moment, per this recording, you can't switch your tabs while you're in the menu, which is a little disorienting. I shouldn't really say disorienting, it's a little odd that it makes things harder to work with. So let's clear some of this out. Don't know what we'll need. So, say we want to build a house of our own. Right? Let's just make it like that. Gotta have a good foundation, of course. Where did all my stuff go? There it is. No, it's not. Where did it all go? Okay, there it goes. Got it. So, let's see. We want a door. We'll put that here. Actually, I must admit that being able to use the Q and the E to rotate instead of having to do the delete and all that stuff makes it a little easier to work with, in fact. Okay, now see, that's an interesting situation. Can I put that there? No. See how in Space Engineers it would have made this a lip if I were to have rotated. Oh wait, it is. Never mind. What is it? Like that. It would have made things kind of a lip. But I thought for a second it was going inside of that. Maybe I'm just being a derp. I'm just being a derp. Never mind. Don't mind me. Okay, so let's give ourselves a window here. That door's going to stick out, but nobody cares. This is just a preliminary thing. Now, how do they handle cornering? Because obviously they did a corner. Is it just going to stick out off the edge? It might. Might have to. Okay, well, there's that. I guess we'll just have to stick with that along the way here. Let's give ourselves another window. We'll put that there. Bring this back around. Oh, that's gonna be weird. Oh well, it's our first starter house. Not really worried about it. Or first attempt, I should say. And now let's go ahead and fix this door, since we don't need to do that. Alright. So that was easy to do. Not that complicated. Let's go ahead and put a window here. Because I like windows. Now, what are these? They say slope, but it doesn't really look like it's sloping. It looks more like it's just a triangular shape. Oh, and then of course we got the floor, which I should have built. Oh, there we go. Why can I not put a floor there? Whatever. Oh, I see. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Alright. Whoa! Okay, that's different. Whoops. How do I get rid of this now that it broke? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Well, Okay, so let's take the remainder of our time to see what they did, because that might help us give us a better idea of what's going on here. So we've got our platforms, which can we... Oh, we can change the color. That's cool. So we got our platforms, and then these are on one block. But how did they get the corner part to work? Because this is all in one block. That's what I don't quite understand. Is it looks like they've got theirs in the same square. But I'm not sure how they pulled that off, because I can't seem to get mine to do that. Unless there's only a certain way that they align that will allow that to happen. So, I'm learning this just like everybody else is. I've not been playing this for months on early access, you know, because of anything or anything like that. I just got it today. So, I just wanted to mess around with it, show it off. Let me know what you guys think if you'd like to see more on Medieval Engineers. I'm kind of excited about it. I would like to do more on it. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. So, I think that'll about wrap things up for this episode. Let me know what you guys think, and in the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace! Ah! Destruction! I love that. I'm a feeling I'm not going to get anything done. I'm just going to destroy all of my builds. Alright, peace!